Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. My name's D-Free here today. We're going over today's news about the Dokkan Battle, LR Pan, and just the way that the game is going. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit that subscribe if you're new. This is actually really big news, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So that being said, huge shout out to Dokkaner for this information. I'll leave a link to his blog down below. Anyways, moving on. So Pan GT is finally, as you guys know, awakening to, yes, and LR. So he goes on to talk about that. He goes on to talk about her stats, just basically leaked the whole unit pretty much. So we do have some translations courtesy of Z2Main over on the Reddit. So let's go ahead and check those out. Pan will be the first of the new gen cards to possess an active skill. Skills activatable, manually under certain conditions. That's not as game changing as I initially thought. I still think that some of the abilities are incredibly powerful, but it really just kind of sounds like, what is that, a second passive pretty much? No, it sounds like Legends, man, to be honest, with their main abilities. That's actually what it sounds like, because you can activate it after a certain amount of time passes. But this will be a little bit more different, because there were a list of different conditions you would have to be under in order to get your abilities and stuff. So it's going to be different than that. But there's going to be basically probably just a button there that you trigger whenever you want, which is a very big deal, though, for gameplay. Like, if you're up against some hard content, if you're able to use this in regular gameplay versus hard content, this might just save you. This might make it to where if you couldn't beat something, now you can beat it. Like Super Battle Road, if you struggle with that, maybe now you can beat it using an active skill. Now, I still think that, of course, as this is kind of inferring here, it's going to be relative to specific units. So, anyways, moving on. Pan, she has 16,788 attack, 10,734 defense, and 8230. No. That was HP. Excuse me. It's like, wait, what? 16,000 HP, 10,000 attack, and 8,000 defense. Those aren't really that high of numbers, but to be fair, she starts off kind of, her stats aren't that great. It's just more or less because she's a free unit, and free LRs typically get the plus 5,000 bonus. She actually only gets the plus 3,000 bonus, so she's going to be like the first LR, I believe, that's free in the game like that. The stats aren't too impressive. Regen 3,333 HP when a character takes a same color orb. When a character takes the same color orb, that's her leader skill. That's really cool. But that's just an upgrade of what it is now, though. Recovers 1,500 per key sphere of character's type obtained. Yeah. So they just double it up pretty much. That's pretty cool, though. I like that. But that's not enough to be relevant, especially when you were sacrificing other bonuses. But maybe when we get, like, more, maybe in the future when we get, like, 5 key leaders or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. You're sacrificing too many stats, though, in my opinion. Super attack, 12 key is Colossal, has a chance to stun. 18 key Mega Colossal has a medium chance to stun. Okay. Her active skill, all allies attack plus 33% for 1 turn. Activatable manually after 3 turns of the start of battle once. Okay. So, after 3 turns, 1 time, she's able to activate her active skill, quote unquote, which allows her to give all allies, which should include herself, 33% attack for the turn. So that's really good for an end game push. If you're just trying to just end it, and maybe you need a little bit more bonus power, that's really cool for that. Shallot healing intensifies. Oh, does it sound like Legends Man? Yeah, that's what I was thinking to myself. It kind of sounds like that. I can see ways this just becomes busted. I can really see ways this just becomes very, very powerful. But what this does do, here's something interesting about this, food for thought. What this type of stuff does, giving these units basically a second passive or second utility pretty much, it allows for them to not produce as OP original like units. What I mean by that is, like, maybe their stats aren't as crazy in relation to some of the old units. Maybe their passive regularly isn't as OP. Maybe they don't get like 250% attack, you know? But what it allows them to do is kind of allow these units to be more on par with one another naturally and then the active skill be the part that's kind of broken, which I really do think is where this game will start going sooner than later whenever we start getting more of these. So anyways, her regular passive, though, is regen 33% of damage inflicted. So that was 30 initially, so recovering 33% of the damage as she deals as HP. We come back over here, high or great IDK, chance of reducing damage by 55%. It was currently high. I'm guessing this probably will jump to great chance to mitigate the damage by 55%. That, and coupled with her little bit higher defense, makes her a pretty solid tank as well. She's not bad. She's not amazing, but she's not bad. All right, so high, or yeah, there we go. Links are legendary power instead of more than meets the eye. So she has the exact same links, and it would seem that Dokkaning to LR will bring voices to this card. Wow. Okay. So not only are they and see, like, that type of stuff, both of those things, the active skill, the voicing, I kind of feel like that's really interesting, because we're now entering not just a new meta for the game, we're entering a new style for the game. Like, the cards will be played differently. They'll have different usabilities. You know, they'll just be a little bit more fun. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and go out of this. How many of you guys actually play Dokkan with the sound on? Let me know in the comments. We were talking about this yesterday on Twitter. A lot of people actually don't. I, for the most part, don't, but I do for my videos, which is always why I'm like super shocked about OSTs, because I don't hear it otherwise. So, and that's always nice. Dokkan has some really good OST, but still, that would be interesting to see. I don't know. Like, I kind of could see all this stuff being a big deal, and I also kind of thought maybe they'd go back and voice some of the old cards, which is still a possibility, but I'm just guessing they're going to start from now voicing units, which would be kind of weird when you have a team and like half of them are voiced and half aren't. That's how I feel about it. That's my initial thoughts about it. But other than that, though, the Pan over here, though, she SA'd at 5. Oh, no. Yeah. She SA'd at 9 when she had SA 5 or higher. So that's another thing to consider. I wonder how they're going to do that, because there aren't LRs that super early like that. I don't think she's going to keep that mechanic. Her 12 key multiplier was fine. She already had a chance, so that chance does not change. It jumps to being a medium chance, but her chance was calculated at 25% already, which is pretty interesting too. Okay, Pan's she's going to be pretty solid, man. All in the family, Saiyan lineage, Battlefield Diva, GT, Innocence. This is legendary power now, and shattering the limit. So she's got a couple of relevant key links. I really do think we're going to move into a GT themed event where we get a new GT leader that she's going to be relevant under, aside from hybrids and Seekers of the Dragon Balls, because she's not really too relevant under hybrids. She just won't be until she gets shocking speed or something like that, which she won't. So GT and shattering the limit are going to be very prevalent for her. And she's going to fit very well alongside, well, if she's on hybrids, technically she'd fit well alongside a unit like Bulla. But really, the only downside is that this unit doesn't have any sort of natural attack gain. She's solely for intangibility and defense and things like that. She stuns, she reduces damage received, she also heals a portion of the damage that she does as well. And if you really were to use her as leader, she'd be healing every time one of your characters gets an orb that's the same color as the character. So she's got some of that versatility there, that intangibility. So I'm just trying to think, would I even take this unit super seriously? I think she's a really good free-to-play unit. She's probably one of the better ones now. I have to see what comes out with her, though, to really consider that, because as it stands on these teams, Seekers of the Dragon Balls is a non-factor, because, I mean, that's not even a real team yet until this guy maybe gets a powerful leader skill. We'll see if this jumps up to 100, at least. We'll see there. Because Pan is just not going to be super relevant under teams that don't have a good leader skill. And then hybrids, like I said, I mean, she could be good under there, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? That team is just, they just need a new leader. But ultimately, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm incredibly excited, though, for active skills. They're not as complex as they originally sounded. And I'm also incredibly excited for the fact that the cards will start being voiced. Can't wait for those voices where we hear stuff like, I don't know, just Grandpa, like a whole bunch of crazy stuff like from Pan. It's just interesting that she's the first character to implement that. But to be fair, she might not, who knows, but they might drop the new units, and the new units will be voiced. and they'll be talking. So that's all I'm excited for. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Remember to check out the blog down below, courtesy of Team Dokkan and all that stuff. Have an awesome day, everyone, and that's it.